sit wherever you want to sit.
Oh yeah, it's underneath the
That's
car.
better because then through the mirror I can see you better, see your face.
Oh, no. I like this shirt.
Here, come sit in the middle.
Every time I go into there, I'm like,
Oh, that's what it is.
I want that.
I'm not wearing it.
So I went back to, so thanks for getting everybody together this morning. You know, I know this was kind of quick. You know, you just found out about it yesterday because I just found out about it yesterday. And I wanted to, you know, it's a really, it's not a memo type conversation. It's not like it's not a meeting. It's more of a conversation about the direction, a shift in the direction of the organization. So a couple things that I want to make sure that I'm just going to throw out a few like bullet points, and I want to make sure that I kind of weave them in somewhere. So some of these in your mind. So love team, branding and marketing, 1995.
People were not born yet.
Being real or authentic, who we are, and acts of kindness. So, love team, branding and marketing, 1995, being real, trust, who we are, and acts of kindness. So, what led to this conversation was a couple of things. So, first of all, a lot of things led to it, but there's been a lot of insights and realizations, in particular in the last 2 months, because of obviously what occurred in the last 2 months, you know, from the beginning of the storm to the end, and then what came after. And one of the things I now know, which I knew but didn't know to this level, after the experience of what we all went through together. So I know we have this amazing team of people, and we have this amazing reputation, and we have this amazing company, and you know, we talk about that a lot, and we have something very special and unique. You know, but to have it validated the way that it was validated in the last 2 months on a whole other level, because people got to express their love and appreciation. And I'm not talking about for the free stuff. I'm talking about people got to express their love and appreciation for who you are and why they love you in a way that I never, like, that love for them was always there, but then they went through this and they were able, it gave them an avenue to express it, to say, hey, I love you guys. I love you guys. Like, I've gotten so many letters, handwritten notes, emails, texts, voicemails, you name it, about you, about like us together, that their love for you, us. And it doesn't matter what role or where you are or were during that whole time, because everybody played a part in that. You know, some people weren't at Bayfront for those times, and they were doing their part in what they needed to do to take care of what they needed to take care of for the world. So it wasn't about those moments, it's about the whole thing. Like, it was an acknowledgement of the 37 years here, the love that got expressed. Okay, so like, it's amazing, it's still going on, and there's been a little bit of a bump of who we are in the world, because listen, reality is we're really, really, really good. People don't know how good you are, how good we are, how good it goes when they walk in here. They're not used to it. They don't know. They just think it's a really expensive place to go. Like, in the world, that's kind of the world that is out there, which is total bullshit, because we're underpriced. And anyway, so they come in and they get a piece of it and they go, wow, that place is amazing. So it's validated on a whole new level, right? So regardless of where we go or what we do or how we do it, it's like, you know, this love that's out there is amazing. Now, there's another part to that. So I'll touch on this piece really quickly, because it's just a small part of it, because this is much bigger than just this. So there's this thing that got created called the Love Team. And it was the team, the love team, which carried on after the storm, right? So, by the way, do you get what I'm saying about the love that people have for us? Are you hearing some of that? Like the love and
Just from
appreciation?
people that are coming back, like Linda Simon, I don't know if she mentioned to you. She's gone, and she got the email, and she was crying, like, just acknowledging it. And even though she didn't participate in it, but she was just like so proud to say, I go there. She's telling her friend, this is where
Yeah, like people are proud to say this is their place.
I just hear people saying all the time, like, here, like when you're taking care of them, you know, like
Yeah.
a lady last time I worked, I was just like massaging her, like I put the towel, you know, with the aroma and everything, and she was just like, you know, I just have to say, like, I've gone to other high-end salons in town, but nothing compares to how I get treated here.
Yeah.
She's like, it's so pampering, you guys are just so sweet, and everything you do is like, she was just kept going on, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
God, it's just, you know, that's how we are, that's how we're, that's how our team is, like, we just, it's all about you.
Yeah, like there's just, and it's people got to experience that for the first time in their lives with us. They never had the opportunity to come here, and they came here because of maybe the storm or whatever, and they ended up with us. And they experienced something that they never had. So we started playing with this thing like, oh, well, you know, we give people that experience. When we give people that experience and they have it, see, they don't even know what the experience could be like because they've never had it. So we try to talk to them and tell them what it's going to be like, and you can't articulate it. You can't put it into words, you can't put it on a website, you can't put it on social media. It cannot communicate what the experience is like.
Yeah.
So we gave it to people, and people got to experience it, and they went, wow, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And what we've been trying to do is 1995's way of communicate it, which we've been stuck in 1995 in a lot of ways, like looking at the past to say this is, you know, this is how we did it, this is how it should go, because it worked in 1995, but the world and people have changed. They're tight. They do not want to be sold anything, and by sold I mean, you know, see an ad that says 20% off X, Y, Z. First we have to romance them, love them, and have them be in love with us. Then they'll do whatever we tell them to do. But we're going out in the world like 1995 did and said, let's put an ad here, let's, you know, post something on Facebook, or let's do this that says, oh, come here, you're gonna love us, and here's 20% off. Like in your face, like people will do anything for you, with you, when they fall in love with you first. You gotta romance them first. Well, we haven't been romancing. We've been going straight to the come on in here, or whatever we've been doing. I haven't been doing a version of that. So when we open the doors and we say, everyone come in free. It's all free, right? Come on in, free. All of you free, right? That was weird, right? And Marina was downtown freaking out because Marina goes, well, wait. You didn't put expires on Tuesday. It is only if your bank account is at negative balance, and only if your house was affected, and only if your life is really screwed up and you have no car, and only if your life is in shambles.
She was a FEMA.
You know, you didn't tell them to bring their W-2. You know, like all the but that's the world we live in. Is where she's thinking from, which is 95. Like you're gonna get screwed, you're never gonna do it. Like there's no expiration. We're gonna go out of business. You know, all this stuff. Because the world we live in is, hey, I don't really trust that we're gonna, you know, we can do something like this, and we just blindly did it because we didn't know what else to do. There wasn't like it was thought out at all. It was just like, hey, can anybody come in and work? Oh, and by the way, for free. And oh, by the way, you know, your own gas money from wherever you live. And oh, by the way, you know, we don't know how it's all going to go. Or, you know, and people were just like, yeah, you know, you guys were just like, whoever could said, yeah. And whoever couldn't said, I'd love to, but I can't. If I would have said, yeah, could you please, you would have flown or done whatever, because I know how you are. So you don't hang around for 10, 15, 25, 30, 40 years in our company and not know, and not be that way. That's already in your heart. Like, I'm going wherever we go. So, so where was I going with that? So you guys, okay, so blindly, so people got to experience this experience that they never experienced in a crazy environment, and they went, wow, that was amazing. There was a lot of love, so it wasn't just like storm love. You know, it wasn't just because of the storm, there's just, so that's always given to people.
We only love you when there's a storm.
It was us being who we always are anyway. Just happened to be during that time, and it opened the door for other people who had never experienced it before. When they did it, like, wow, rock the world. And you know, we're still getting phone calls now of people who are through their cycle. I had foils with, I think so and so, I don't know who it was. I want to come back because you guys did something really special for me. Or my daughter went there and it was really amazing. So there's this new form. So we kind of recognized something out of that. So like, okay, then it ended, right? Or then the time period ended. We said, well, we'll keep the love column open. So this occurred. So we called it a love column first, and then we said, okay, let's push all the rookies over there, and let's say, you know, the rookies are going to be the love team, and everybody else we're back to who we are. We're back to our way. So the free stuff, you know, people still call about that, or people, you know, don't have a car, don't have a roof, or whatever. We'll send them down. Tell them to call Bayfront, and tell them to find the newest stylist we have, and put them with that person. So, you know, that's kind of how the love team evolved into. And then some people had, it wasn't here because they heard some people had a third person show up in their book and they're like, wait a minute, I'm not the love team, that's for the rookies, I'm over there. And it wasn't with malice, they just knew the system was, you know, the love team is the freebies, the new one over there. Meanwhile, the employment book was wide open on her book. So her book was wide open, but one of these people got put on her book. So it made me think, like, wait a minute. We are not crushing it as a business in terms of, like, our amount of new business doesn't match who we are. Like, we're so fucking good, and I know we are. I know we are. I have hundreds of communications that say that. But what doesn't match is the amount of business that we have coming in new business. That's on me. That's a problem in 1995 thinking. My thinking of that the world and consumers are in 1995. It's why you see so many businesses on the cusp of disappearing, because they're still thinking 1995. They're still thinking, you know, how many businesses are about to go out, or, you know, retailers, or are already gone. You know, right on the edge. Every week you read about how even Saks is teetering on, you know, like not growing and expanding like they should. So there's so many businesses that are still holding on to this 1995 mentality. Well, what is a 1995 mentality? Well, we have many expressions of it here. We have many expressions of the 1995 mentality. I'm not just talking about marketing. You know, one is, you know, things we did, practices we set up in 1995 to punish somebody probably who screwed up, and we said, all right, we're going to make a rule, and you know, we're going to, you know, all pass codes for everybody. Only the new people at the front desk that have been here 6 months can have access to everything. If you've been here 20 or 25 years, no, you can't get into that. No way. 30 years, no. We're going to take the 6-month person, and we're going to give her all the power. So if you need to leave early, you got to go ask her. She wasn't born when you started here, but you got to ask her. Isn't that fucked up? Not a little weird, right? Okay, but that's the world in 1995. Like, that's where the business was. That's where we were. It was our mindset. When the computer was even developed, it was developed on don't trust anyone. You know, lock them all out. Don't trust a soul. Just the same way Marina's thinking was when you send out an email, you better put all those caveats in there because you're going to get screwed. And even businesses that coach salons, you better lock it up. Don't let them do this and don't let them do that and micromanage them. But then I got to thinking, like, wait a minute. These people have given their lives, most of their lives, to this cause. You know, and whether you've been here 2 years or 1 year or 30 years or 35 or 37 years, you look, people who come in to work here go, wow, that's weird. Customers come back every season and they go, is she still there? Does she still work there? Because they're used to, in this business, having to play hunt the stylist down. Where are they now? It's weird. Okay, so there's this concept, so there's this thing, people give their lives, these people, you, and some of you go, oh, it's greener over there. You have Teresa, I'm going to go over here for a little while. She's, fuck that, it ain't that good over there. Can I come back? I like it better over here. You got it good, guys. Because I went out there, it ain't what it is here.
Nope. Sure isn't. I can attest to that.
So give your lives, right? I mean, Edward, where are we at? 23-ish? There, right? Magali, half your life, like you still don't know how old you are yet, right?
I want to be
She's stuck in 95.
18, he will be.
18 years, right? 18 years, like, and you know, she brought this point up to me, and I love it because it's a great point. It's like, okay, so everybody, I'm going to go to the CVS cashier, who I don't know, and I'm going to tell her you can come into our business and you can have whatever you want. You can have everything you want, because I actually did this. This happened. Come on in and have whatever you want, and get pampered, okay? And Maggie wants to get a haircut, and I say to her, listen, you're gonna have to come in at night or on your day off or on their day off. You can't do it. She can, the girl from CVS can, but you can't. I want you to look beautiful and look impeccable, but you can't come to here. Really, and you can come here, but you can come only during these hours. And they have to clock out, you have to clock out, and it has to be when we're not busy. So, okay, that was a business practice that was set up because somebody screwed us over at some point. In 1995, probably somebody who liked to change their hair color every week was in the chair doing that every other week. So we made up a rule to punish all of you for the next 20 years to say you can't look beautiful by us, you have to do it on your own time. Now, I'm not saying this for people like who just started 5 minutes ago, because you guys love to change your hair color in 5 minutes anyway. I'm talking about the people who, just need maintenance in life. And do I not trust her to make that decision to look and say when I need that? So this is an area where I'm looking at me like, where am I full of shit? Like, where am I not being real with, look, I called and said, hey, and I know whoever I would have called during the last 2 months and said, here's what I need you to do. Edward, with your lips like this, I still need you to get on a plane. I need you back here. He would have done whatever I asked him to do. And his lips wouldn't fit through the door. You saw the picture, right? Yeah, it's exactly what it was, right? I'll show you. But people literally like you, literally people are allowed to know that they're going to do anything. They'll do anything. They'll do anything. And there are these things in the way that I'm kind of embarrassed by, but I'm glad I'm recognizing because, listen, you've turned it all over. You said like whatever, like the people who were showing up at, like when we were during that time. Literally, if I would have said if I would have sent a group text, I know you guys didn't know who was responding on that group text. We just gave a number, right? But I know you, and if I would have been like, look, the Collier County Commissioners just called, and they said, listen, in order for Collier County to survive, we all need to be at Bayfront at 9 o'clock today. We're all going to climb up to the roof, and we have to jump off the building. Nobody would have said why. You would have said, okay, I'm first. I swear to you. After she jumped, she would. I know, she would have. In the air, she'd be like, what? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
But literally, like, we'll do anything. So from my point, that just, it leaves me in awe. And what leaves me in awe is that, and then you couple that with the love that people have. So it's the love that people have for you and our group. When I say you, that's all of you. It's not one person. Is amazing. So what doesn't match is that the world doesn't know that. The world doesn't know that the doors aren't flying down. So here's bringing us from, so I said 1995, right? So like all these practices and things that are in 1995, and there's other things that I'm uncovering that I realize were created in 95, and we're trying to live like it's still that year, and we're treating you as if you were here then, and that was relevant and valid at that time. There are things that I don't even know, like you didn't know until you said, well, this doesn't match. And listen, if that didn't work, and when I say that, that doesn't mean everybody go get their hair done. It means like be responsible.
Come in.
Yeah.
Remember that when I told you about the lady from the coffee place? That she coming from Cuba? The girl, I went there like every time, and the girl asked me that, my mommy is coming soon from Cuba, and she like to have a very nice style. She never been in salons like this, but you guys so expensive, I can't pay for that. How much? I said, you don't have to pay nothing, honey. Bring your mother that I'm going to do it. And she looked at me and said, really? Oh, no, I don't want that. I want to pay. Please call Charlie. I said, no, we give him a service. We give him love. Bring your mommy that I'm going to do it. And I did it just this morning.
Yeah.
And she was so happy.
So that's an expression of that love. So she found an opportunity. She found somebody who needed love. Whatever. She didn't look at her bank account. She looked at her number. Whatever. Now here's the other thing about that. Okay. So doing that without expecting anything in return, like doing that without unconditionally. Because let me tell you something, karma works. Karma is real.
Oh my God.
It is no bullshit. Karma really happens. So, for example, CVS woman, I'll use as an example, you look at her and you'd say, there's no way she'd ever come here, ever in her life. You know, and then somebody gets her in a book, and they go, man, you know, and she didn't know the tip. She didn't know how to tip. She didn't know the tip. And she, you know, it wasn't her fault. She just didn't know, and she didn't. And then she leaves the salon. She goes to Starbucks, or the next day she goes to Starbucks, and she's in line, and somebody says, wow, you're beautiful. She's never looked this way in her life, so she's feeling good about herself like she never felt before. She's uplifted in a new way. And the woman, she goes, what salon? She goes, well, I don't really go to a salon, but I had this act of kindness given to me, and I went to this salon, and they did this whole makeover on me. And I went to, you know, Edward, and he did this to my hair, and I normally wouldn't go there, but it's amazing. And the woman goes, wait, what? Act of kindness? What are you talking about? Act of kindness? Like, she didn't say free. Okay, free was it, but act of kindness is the door, is the gateway, which is different than I'm going to give you something free. It's like, I can do an act of kindness. So that becomes the conversation in Starbucks. That, oh, I got an act of kindness. Oh, they didn't act. Wow, I want to be affiliated with that place. Because one of the things you notice is that people are really proud to be a part of what we're up to. So that affiliation is going on. So we're actually going out in the world, we're giving them the value up front. By value up front, I don't mean we're going out in the world putting an ad on Facebook that says it's all free because it's an act of kindness. We're experimenting right now to find those people because it's getting more people in the door right now than we've been doing in the last 10 years. So our marketing has not been doing it. Our little $20. And then let me tell you what happens on our little $20. So they get on the phone with you, and the girl's doing their everything to get you to get this woman into the salon. The woman goes, how much is the haircut? That really means, you know, I want to investigate you. I'll start there. And if it sounds really high, and I don't like the whole interaction on the phone, I'm out of here. And a lot of times there are people just fishing, so they go, how much is the haircut? No. So, something just flew out of me.
As long as it didn't have legs and wings.
But you know what? It's just the love that both receive in the moment because you feel good doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And
That's
the
it right
person
there,
feels so good. I never ever had more hugging and kissing than yesterday with that lady.
Yeah.
She don't know where she can put me. And then the daughter came and gave me more hug. Oh my God, I'm in shock. I can't believe that you did that to me, my mom.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
so great.
So
Yeah,
we
that
become-
means more than anything.
Yeah.
We become,
Yes.
so two things out of that, we
Absolutely.
become a business that people start talking about in a whole new weird way that no marketing handles at all, that nothing handles at all.
We all need that.
And it gets you out of bed in the morning to want to be here, because you want to be a part of that. You want to do that every single day of your life, because that gives me meaning, purpose, and fulfillment, is to alter people's lives in that way. Then they go in the world, and they just are like so in awe of it that they can't shut up about what happened, because that's weird that somebody would do that. It's not
Especially
normal.
today, especially today.
It's you know,
Yeah.
there's a marina in every company, and I love Marina. That's what I pay her for. You know, like she's like there watching the little bottom line, but she's like, all right, don't forget to put the caveat in there. Tell them, you know, the 20, you know. So the phone call. These are the phone calls recently. How much is the haircut? Whatever dollar amount, and then this happened recently. Edward's haircut, or no, haircut started 60 whatever, right? And then they get booked with Edward, but they didn't go, oh, haircut start at 60 whatever. Edward is 90, so she gets blown away by her experience because she loves it. She had a great experience. Then she comes to the front desk and they go, oh, it's this much. She goes, whoa, what happened? You know, she thinks it was bait and switch or whatever. She loved her experience, but that was like an awkward moment, and that was only because we got hooked on the price conversation versus what they're going to get in our business. So it's not about the price, and we're fitting that in. We're having price conversations with people, which is total nonsense and bullshit. And it's not about that, because I'm going to find you the right person. I don't know how much it's going to be. Let's talk about what the right person is for you first. Then we'll get there. But listen, I'm going to guarantee you something that you're going to freaking have the experience of a lifetime, like that woman did. So whoever they go with. Everything all right? So whoever they go with is going to have, it's going to rock the world. So now this price thing, okay, this is one of those things that you might get. Somebody calls and goes, how much color? Oh, color, $86. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. What does that mean?
You don't want to call
See
me.
ya.
Calling somebody else.
Done. Next on the list. Next. Yeah. See ya. So, you know, now we're experimenting with, hang on a second, I have to do an act of kindness. Look at you. I want to do something great, nice for you. I'm going to, find just the right person for you, and it's gonna be on me, because it's my act of kindness for you, okay? Then the woman comes in and gets an experience, and this happened. She comes in and gets an experience and she actually went to the wrong salon, and they still acted like it was all perfect. They didn't go, "We don't have the other book here. What are you doing here? Oh, you must be a Bayfront. You have to go there." They just rocked it. They turned it around. They made it great, whatever it was. And during this woman was like, "Can't stop talking about this act of kindness. Like, it was so weird." We got a new person in the business, which they don't come. Sometimes we don't get 30 new people in a month, new non-request people in a month. You know, we've had almost double that since this. And what they turn into is something amazing. Like, you guys may not know this. Many years ago, we did this thing at Harvest Moon, it was called, and it was at 3rd Street when the salon was on the 2nd floor. Harvest Moon was the real estate association was there, and we said we're going to pick people out of the audience and randomly transform their hair. It's free, right? Makeover, you're going to completely makeover on them, and you know, we just pulled people out, just did this complete makeover on them, didn't charge them anything, and then we were like blown away by the look. So Carol Loader was one of those women from many years ago.
My client for years.
And she's loyal to the brand for life. For life, she's been coming every 4 weeks since then. For that one transformation, for that one moment. So you go, "Oh, it's $200, right? Yeah, whatever." And we're gonna hit some and miss some and whatever is gonna happen, but we're getting them in a new way that we've not been successful at before. So it does a couple of things. It finds people like that, and some of them might not be like that, but they're still gonna have something generous done for them that we don't know what it is. So we're playing with that. So that's then moving us from 95 to there, 95 to now. And then there's also, so you're going to see versions of that. So just keep being great with people, however it is. You don't need to ask a million questions like, what promotion, what was that? Do you have the number? Look it up on your phone. Who said that? You know, like, you know, this happened too. Like, you know, we had a $50 thing over the summer. By the way, we're taking care of our people that are here. It doesn't mean we're letting them go. And it doesn't mean you go out and now the woman who's been coming here 20 years say, "Oh, this is on me today, it's free." That's not what I mean. This is new business for you. We take care of these people too in another way. This isn't that conversation. So that they're two different things. You know, we give them their 50s over the summer. But what this avoids, when you do that the very first time, they beat you up in the beginning. You go, "I got $20 to give you. I'm going to give you $20. Here's your $20, right?" And you all do that. I see you doing it. Give her the 20. Give her the 20 off because she didn't have a thing. Give her the 20, right? And you're just being nice, right? They get used to beating you up because then the next time they go, "Where's that 20?" "Oh, that's just new." "Oh, can you say it was a face trimmer?" You really didn't do that many. So you take a halo and you bump it down, and you find ways to adjust what you really did because you get weird. You know, not everybody, but I see it happen because you feel guilty and it happens and like they work you. They work the system, and then you put you in the middle of it. When we give them that in the very beginning, what are they going to do? Show up next time and say, "Can I have it free again? Can you do another act of kindness on me?" No, there's a guilt factor built into that. We're going to guilt the world into, you know, hey, she goes back and tells her mother about her mother. "I was thinking about changing my hair color anyway. That sounds like a really good place. And do something like that? That's awesome." That's where the marketing and branding comes in. We need a need that occurs from that. So there's a little investment up front, keeps people from, you know, nickel and diming you down the road. And then we go, "Hey, listen, by the way, we're about to have a price increase." Yeah, we are. I'm damn proud of it because we're underpriced. And it's okay. And listen, half you people got the price increase when you did the $50 thing over the summer anyway. That's going to equal the whole price increase. The $50 that we gave you over the summer, if you didn't do that, well, shame on you. I gave you the chance to do it because I told everybody about it. You know what, $50, the acts of kindness I'm talking about. So anyway, like, it makes me even more proud of our brand and our way, and we're okay with that, and like, there's no apologizing for who we are and what we are in the world. In fact, like, look, you know, stop buying that crap you buy on Amazon. You need to buy this. We need to be in your shower every day because we do a lot of good things for the world, and when you support us in our way, you support many more things than just, you know, that. You buy shampoo anyway, you know, like that level of who I am for you, who I am for who we are for the world. So that's one piece of moving to 1995 to a new place. Where that's going, we're still teasing that out and working with it. The other areas are, where are we being authentic? Where are we not being real? You know, like the computer thing. You know, the whole, you know, like there's another thing, and I don't know if it's done as much here, but I know it's at Bayfront. Somebody calls in 2 days before and goes, "Look, I'm going to go, I won this trip. I'm going to go out of town on Saturday. You need to call my book and move them because I'm leaving." So the front desk goes, "Oh, awesome." You know, that's great. I'm happy for you, but my life just became more miserable because now I have to do this. So watch. So I will get you back because we have this thing in the computer called short notice. And I'm going to embarrass you in front of everybody because I'm going to put short notice in there so everybody knows I don't fucking like you right now because you didn't give me enough notice. Okay, so you may not have that here, but let me tell you, it's a deal. If you've been at Bayfront,
Yeah, we have it.
if you've been at
Oh, yes.
Bayfront, they use it at Bayfront to get people back. You know, and if you don't know, that's fine. It's just one of those other things you haven't been gotten by because you probably don't do that. But instead of going to somebody and saying, hey, look, could you stop winning all those trips that you win, or could you not do that to my life? We go, never mind, we'll do it reluctantly, and we're going to embarrass you over here. Like, not be straight with you, and do that. I know it, because I made it up. Right? That's not being real. That's bullshit. You know, that's not being straight. So that doesn't make a difference for you. I
So
know.
can we be real then and say, can you help us out in college?
just, you
people?
took the words
Yeah, I don't even want.
I was just
okay,
gonna say.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, turn it around and-
it doesn't even need to go to like defending it, because
No,
I'm not
no.
even talking
No,
about
but
defending it.
she's
I don't
right.
want a solution out of this. Like, I literally do not want a solution. Like, if you're thinking like that, I'm thinking macro, I'm thinking long term. Like, look, if people are actually thinking like the impact that I have on that, like macro, like 5-year, 10-year, 2-year versus tomorrow, you know, those trips that come up, like if you're so inspired to get here and do the things that you did, you don't want to take those trips. But if I squash you down so much and you need to get the hell out of here all the time, and you don't want to be here doing that, you won't do that. You won't have those moments. Now, there are people who do that, and those need a different kind of talking to.
It's just that we need to help each other because if I had to call, I was sick. They know that for at least the first 2 clients, I call it myself. I text them. I'm not gonna be in this.
Well, that's because you care about them. That's not
Again,
because-
of course, I need
Again, and I don't want this to
That's
turn into like a
because we need to
micro
help
level
each
thing.
other. How am I gonna put you all down?
I
when you're
want
alive?
to hear, so that's,
But the
you have a
point is-
solution for that.
The point
You
is
have a-
caring, that's the bottom
Yes.
line.
Yeah.
About each other and about our clients.
And I know you all care. I know there's nobody here that doesn't care. So macro, high level, macro, like I'm thinking 2-year, 5-year. So yeah, there's gonna be moments, but there's also stuff that I gotta stop doing. Like I gotta get myself out of 1995 in a lot of areas. And there's 1995 going on, and I can see it. You know, I have to stop, like I'm 100%, I can't be pointing the finger at, oh, it's her, it's you. I get to say, so why am I not saying, if there's a problem there, I'm just going behind your back and saying, oh, you're a problem, but I'm going to just, how I'm going to address it is I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, or whatever. You know, like that's just, it's just an expression of it, like something that's occurring that just got carried over because somebody screwed somebody over 9 years ago. I don't know. It's like one expression of it. Just like the computer was created with the, you know, with the you're going to get me. You know, like all the levels of layers of the yeses. So I know I said enough about those.
It's kind of like, can I just say, like, I bought this coupon book the other day, and I'm looking at it, and this one restaurant gave you, like, a free, basically nothing. So it's kind of like.
A free drink.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'd rather go back to the restaurant that was expensive, that knew if I was unhappy, my whole dinner's free, rather than going to this mediocre place just because it's cheaper and they're giving me this free appetizer.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of like here, saying that's why people,
Yeah.
with all, speaking of price increases, that's why the ones who were bitching still came back, because
Yeah,
they were paying for a lot more
Yeah.
than just like that service.
yeah. Okay, one more. What are you walking out of here with? What are you leaving here with in your mind? Like, what did you hear?
So we are all the team, the love team. There is no love calling. Anyone to be able to do anyone can do anything for anyone.
Yeah,
We want to build new business by seeking out those persons who are in need, or even if they're not in need, but you feel something for them, a simpatico perhaps,
yeah,
and you want to promote them, us, and yourself, because it's all for one, definitely.
In that order, I like how you just said that. Us, them, ourselves.
Mhm.
To me,
Because that's what it
That's
is.
what it means to me.
That's what it is, yes.
Yeah.
And that we move forward that way. I mean, it's the way we move forward. I mean, that's what
yeah.
I got from it.
Like a way that's gonna have people go. So already people come in here, they go, wow, but like really a new level of wow, like, oh, wow. And the world gets to know who you really are. Because it's not matching, the world gets to know who you really are. One more.
I don't know, I just think we just need to keep thinking about Immokalee.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Somebody
you
called
know,
by
when you
this
just get into a
morning.
place, you know, which we're gonna be there real soon, and that frustration, you know,
Yeah,
that you're too busy or this, and that, and you
Yeah.
just remember,
yeah.
you know, Immokalee, really, because I don't know about you guys, but that
Oh, yeah.
was just kind of huge.
for that?
Liza and I went out there
And-
recently because
And with this
Abby
one.
came up with this, yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, well,
And of course,
no.
this is the best part about it though, is that she doesn't want to be acknowledged.
But they were so, they just lit up. That was so cool.
Beautiful,
It was.
pretty selfless and pretty
Yeah,
kind.
and you can get back to that moment like you did, in that moment, like you get your, like yesterday, like in that moment, like what you did for her, you know, you changed her life forever.
And you know what, the way I feel is, like I can't even watch TV anymore because the world is all poison. It needs to be healed in general. And I feel like if we are already putting something in it, that we are making a change. That we're working together and we are making a difference already. Somebody had to
Positive,
start.
right. You have to start somewhere.
Yes.
Somebody
Somebody had to start and we are doing it
Yeah.
already. So we need to keep going
Yeah.
and try to make it better and better.
Yeah,
and
and I just, you know, I just want to unleash whatever's inside you. So anything that I put in the way that keeps you from being more of you and doing the things that you do in the world, because that's what I want to allow it, you know, because then you're going to want to get out of bed. You don't need to do short notice all the time.
No, and you need to look
You
for
know,
the way that you can be
you want to be
happy.
here more than you want to be anywhere else.
If you give, you
You are
feel
like,
good.
"Hey," and not you don't need to recharge your
I
soul,
love
but
to
you
be
know, like just want to be here, man. I can't wait to get there because I love what I do and I'm passionate about it. Because I've never wanted to do what I do more than I have since, you know, in the last 3 months, like more than ever. Seeing the way we're rocking the world.
Yesterday, I had that spot open. I can stay home and sleep 1 more hour.
Yeah,
No, I want to do it.
yeah, got her here. Yeah. So that's a great way to end my day here. Okay, love you, thank you.
Thanks, dude.
Gracias.